There you go. Caption chat. There you go. Hey, so loud Bronx girl, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. So this is the first day that I have felt, we'll call it normal, in a while.
French says when he started,
So I am
he knew she was married.
taking advantage to try to get a semblance of something done. What that's about to be, I don't know yet. But I, for my sanity, need to try to do something, you know? But also, I'm gonna need some music or something in here. So, how's everyone's Saturday doing? This is the first day I've sounded relatively normal in days. Probably since like Tuesday. I sounded like I was talking through some type of like mud or filter or something like that. It was not my voice. And I don't, that ain't my, I get frustrated when I'm sick, slows me down, even though I feel like I'm moving aimlessly. So, you know, that doesn't help anything. But what I'm currently working on is Simplicity 9458, which was affectionately known as my TikTok funeral outfit, but we're trying to reframe how I think about it. I can't. Oh, there's 11 of y'all. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? I can't fully say that I have done that yet, but here we are. And probably what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to switch camera views somewhere in this, or I will also show like my sewing machines in a bit. Hence why we have this is my new webcam, 4K. Gotta love it. And then I'm using my phone as what you see me in. So if y'all can't, hey B Chantel, hey Nina, if y'all can't, hey Janine, if you can't hear me and stuff like that, let me know what this all sounds like because new setup, we trying stuff. Y'all, and I'm burning up like I'm Hades coochie in this room. All right, so I'm about to press on some interfacing. So I'm going to turn this camera around for a second. There you go. And we're going to also plug you up for a bit until we move over to the next space. So we haven't got to the place where I got flippers and stuff yet. So y'all got to bear with me. But I also have my iPad so I can see comments and stuff where I'm at. But the first thing I need to do is I need to go ahead and put on some fusible interfacing onto the back of my piece. So I need to get this jacket off my table. I feel like I have been working on this jacket since around the time of the TikTok thing, and have not completed it just due to, hey Carmen, I just was not feeling it. Like I have not been feeling this project forever. So trying to get this project done, Jesus. It's funny, I turned on my iron probably about an hour ago. And this is why I always need, when I'm looking for irons, I will spend the money for an expensive iron that has it where I can bypass the auto turn on and turn off function. Because I like to keep an iron like always on, especially when I'm in my sewing room. It just is always needed. Because yeah, otherwise I'm up here sitting here like I'm having to wait for the iron to get hot, and I don't like to do that. So I'm currently trying to finish up, making sure I fuse on, trying to get everything fused on these facing pieces. So this is what we're currently working on. So I am putting on some what's that, Trico interfacing on the back of these. Hey Renee, how are you? So that I can then put together so all of my facing pieces, and then at least the jacket is done. So then all I have to do is do the pants, and I can put the pants to the side because I still need to cut out Lynn's bomber. I know what fabric I'm using. I just need to, and I'm just going to use the AO files and cut that on my with my projector. Because me and the printer, like I learned some things about, I got a new printer. So I learned some things about my printer in that process. And let's just put it this way, I'm glad I do have the AO files. Because Lord knows. What's great is that like I have a fabric that I want to use now, which is a fabric from IKEA to make the initial jacket out of. But I think I want to use an embroidered like African fabric for the main piece when I make it like the roof room. And this is some copyright-free music from YouTube that is playing. So hopefully it is no issue here. But what are y'all working on? What are y'all doing this afternoon or this evening? Or this evening now? Because like I have not sewn in a month of Sundays. So like trying to regain my sea legs in my sewing room is becoming an interesting experience right now. Like this year, like I can't count that I've had like a lot of finished or successful like pieces and garments this year. And that is, I don't know how I feel about that yet, honestly. So we are going to, I will move over to this camera again so y'all will follow me over here. So we've cut those pieces. Now I need to interface the back of the back facing here. So see, and what I'm about to do is, because we ain't about to waste no interfacing. We're about to piece this sucker together as much as possible. So, and even on Trico, like there is like a grain to it for this piece, honestly, I ain't worried about it. And I know this way I can at least get the most out of it. So we are cutting it kind of on an angle. And I do apologize for the blur on this camera. Because you know what? I forgot to turn it off in one of my other settings. Let me see something real fast. Can I easily turn it off without doing so much? Hold on, I'm about to find out. Video, virtual, let's see. Off. There we go. There we go. You know what? I ain't even gonna be mad. See, I don't. How did you get rid of it? Did you? Don't just tell me you put it in the trash. But look, I understand. The reason, like, there have been some markets and stuff like that. There's a reason that I give soy machines away. I get the thrill of buying them, and so sometimes I will buy them to have some to give away. You know. But I get it. If it was taking up too much space, there's a reason that there's some of my sewing machines are at my mama's house because I have space in mine. And you know, my mama's house can be an extension of my house sometimes. So no judgment from me, as long as you just did not throw it in the trash. You put the Lord, but somebody, as long as somebody got it, I ain't gonna cut you out. That's fine. Somebody got it. But look, it be like that sometimes. Sometimes we do have too many. Sometimes they do take up too much space. And, you know, sometimes if your sanity says you got to throw them, like you got to get rid of it, got to be out of your space, you got to search for happy. Lord, it was on a treadle. You got rid of the whole treadle table. Did it need to be like restored or anything like that, or was it already restored and you just said I can't do it no more? Either way, no judgment from me. This may be a little side eye, silent judgment, but no real judgment. Okay, so now we've cut this out in two pieces. So I'm going to take this over to the back and literally just lay this down the same way that I cut it, and then I will go ahead and trim it up to make sure it all matches up. So, okay, back over here. I'll turn y'all back over with me here. Go. Look, if it was taking up space, do what you gotta do. Ain't even gonna be mean. Ain't even going to be mean. Nowadays, look, we about having space. And even though I'm at a point now where what's funny is I bid on a machine the other day. Let's do that real fast. Because I bid on a machine and I don't know when it ends. And I cleared out my email, so I don't know, you know, is it still in progress? No. Closed. Oh, good. I lost it. So this was for a Titman HS sewing machine. So this was for it was called the Titman Boss. Normally, these are machines that are used for I probably need to mirror it, but it is a hand crank leather sewing machine. It looks like this. It went for almost $600. So I was like, you know what? I'm okay. It was not meant for me to have that, and I'm all good. That ain't my ministry. It's all about using things I've had forever or get rid of them. I could be my own craft store with all the stuff I need to go through. Look, I understand. I can too. Right now, my biggest thing is I'm enjoying books. So I've been buying more books, more pattern drafting books and stuff like that. Um, I did go to Joann's today and picked up some patterns. I talked to my Joann's local to me. So it definitely does not look like they will be getting the new Nomis anytime soon. So like my pattern probably will not end up in stores because they basically have essentially stopped all deliveries. And they have not seen like a delivery of goods and stuff like that for the past 2 weeks. At least at my local store. So like they have early spring. They are probably not getting spring. And of course, we all know that there's already a bid on Joann's currently, but there is an opportunity for other bids to come out. What's interesting is because I think I technically like started working at the store. You just sent Will some old. So what's funny in my sewing group, I posted a picture of a old Singer book or old set of Singer books that I have owned for a while. They were some of the first historic books I bought, and they are from 1928 or copyright 1927, 1928. They were like the original set of Singer sewing instruction manuals. Because why did I have them? No telling, because I did. So we're about to do a bit of camera rejigging for a second. So bear with me while I move y'all over to here. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. And I sit down. And then look y'all up here. Okay. Move you down here. And then we are going to take, because I have 5011 different ways to mount stuff in my space. So bring y'all down like that. And then there we go. There we go. All right. There we go. Perfect. So we're all set up here. Okay. So what I now need to go ahead and do, I'm using my Bernina B79 sewing machine. I'm using a Microtex needle, and we're just putting together the facing. So I'm about to sew together all of like the facing pieces and stuff like that. Because I don't need to see myself. I should turn my camera around. Ooh, I can also show you. So we're adding to the Barbie wall collection. So this came in the mail the other day. So this is the Black Barbie 45th anniversary doll. I felt that my wall needed it. So turn off this light as well. Make sure I don't show y'all all my business. Ooh. So I would not say that I'm buying more books and stuff like that. But I am trying to buy less sewing machines. There are some books that I wanted. So I'm trying to definitely use more quality over quantity of just buying books. But I think in the past few days, I have probably purchased, I got one today. I got 5 last week. And some patterns, because I went and re-upped on one of my Western patterns so that I can do my Cowboy Carter shirt. Because I started that project last year and can't say that I finished it. Hey, Miss Avis, how are you? But yeah, I started a Cowboy Carter shirt out of a African print fabric last year, and I did not complete it. And I had bought another pattern off of Amazon, no, off of Etsy, and it was a digital pattern, but it did not come with the full pattern, and this is it. So I really want to do this quick sew pattern for this version. I love all of the detail on it. So this is my plan to try to get this shirt done. Still in an African print, but make it Western. But then I also have another pattern that has a full like bib front to it that you button on. So still, it's not like I'm definitely not just buying anything to buy anything, but I definitely have been buying it because we're living in a hellscape and buying makes me happy. Because of course, I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. So if you did not hear, the Leo Lotzi group came and decided to march and try to hold a demonstration, got ran off as they were trying to march into a historically Black neighborhood. Hey, Alyssa, how are you? And basically they got ran off and got their flag burned. It made me super, super proud. So I definitely like this one. This is probably my main, the machine that I use the most. I think for what you can get for the money, it is probably the best bang for your buck. Because it is, you don't have to fully buy into the full Bernina ecosystem. No, I still love my Bernina machines and will always love my Bernina machines. This is the more accessible version of that. But you could use class 15 bobbins. It still has dual feed. It has 9 inches to the right of the needle. This is the embroidery version, so I can do embroidery and stuff on it. Technically, I think you could even set up the Software 9 Bernina system with this so that you could do Wi-Fi to this machine. And all of that in the form factor of about $2,000, where to get into a comparable Bernina, which like Bernina brand machine would be about 35 to 4,000, and it will still be smaller because it will be a 5 series machine. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoy the 79. And so I received this. This is like as an ambassador, I received the 79. But before that, I owned the 77, and I bought that. So these are like my main machines, and they do pretty much everything I want them to do. It feels a little bit more computerized than Bernina's, but not in a bad way. Like it's a way that there's still like a great ease of use with this machine. So if you have any other questions about the Bernette B79, or anything in the Bernina Burnett line, I definitely can answer your questions. I'm gonna bring this camera down, but let me see. Can I bring this up? I know I can, but how do I? There we go. So I'm using a newer to me tripod. So trying to figure out how everything works is we're having fun learning tripods. So bear with me, y'all. I thought I could drop that down a bit. So, but what we're gonna do is we'll just drop this. Make sure we lock it in. How about that? Okay, we'll just lock it this way, and then I just needed like a bit of a smaller form factor. There we go. That'll do. Oh no. Now, okay. I was like, I knew I could do this. Lord, y'all bear with me. So part of though I did not feel like COVID-y, fatigue and a bit of brain fog has been real for me in the past few weeks. There we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. And then bring this down just a bit more. All right, there. There we go. Okay. Are you looking at one of the Cape Fassett models? Yes. So those Cape Fassett models are really good. Those are really nice. Especially if you like the Cape. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my computer because I'm looking at the comments here. But yeah. The Cape Fassett models are really neat and really cool. I think that you can do a lot with the Cape Fassett models. It's a Bernina. I think the biggest thing, especially if you get the ones with embroidery, you get the fun faceplate and the additional stitches and stuff like that, and the additional storage units. That's why you would get those. So the Power of Goddess Destroyer said, "That's my this might interest you. I discovered the vintage Singer Vintage Professional Buttonholer, makes lovely buttonholes. I have multiple buttonhole attachments, multiple. My oldest one is, I think, is from the 30s. I have one for an industrial machine, and then I have multiple of like the ones for regular domestics. But they make some of the best buttonholes. Period. Like, you cannot beat them. So I'll just drop my table a bit. One of the great things of having my sewing desk at a standing desk, you can easily drop it and stuff like that. For this, I'm going to just use, I like to call it like a barely zigzag. So just enough to get the job done, but not a full zigzag. Also with the Burnett 79, I love that it has the multi-directional foot, so I can push back on my foot. It does some locking stitches and cuts my thread. So that is something that you don't see on every machine. So, and I think that this one works well. Like I've had the one from Juki before they went to the two foot system that they now use, and that one would cut your thread at the whim of the machine itself. This one I feel is a little bit more, you see this also on some of your Bernina models. It is it's more accident proof. So Actually, this does not feel like it went all the way. Like I got a little bit off here, so we're just going to. There you go. Sometimes that little quarter of an inch does make a difference. All right. And you probably won't be able to fully see what I just did here. I'll show you on this side. But yeah, so this is like a barely, a very, very minimum zigzag because you don't like, I want a little bit of stretch, but not too much stretch. And honestly, what are your favorite sewing tools these days? Oh, that's hard. That's like choosing a child. Um, yeah, I can't just choose one favorite tool. Oh, so yep, definitely going to the dealer, like going to a show and stuff like that is going to be your best bet. If it is over multiple days, probably go on a Saturday. Normally when you can get the best deals. But is it like a original sewing and quilt expo? With those, honestly, the best day to get them is like around September when the original sewing and quilt expo is. There's also some other like special Bernina financing deals that also align with that event. So, especially the one here in Cincinnati, usually there is like a special, you can get like 72 months same as cash or something like that, that they sometimes run. So, you also want to, if you plan to finance the machine, also check to see when the special deals are. What I'm going to do, because it feels like, I don't know if there you go. We're going to clean my glasses first. Because I don't know if y'all hazy or if I'm hazy because of my dirty ass glasses. I was hazy. Gotta love it. What I'm about to now do, I'm gonna press this flat, and then I will go ahead and finish the edges. I wonder if I can get my Twitch to where I can stream through my glasses. It's gonna be something I have to figure out. Go. Go. Oh, I left y'all there. Hold on. Bring y'all over to this way. There you go. So what I went ahead and did was I went and gave this a good press. Make sure that's all opened up. I don't have to worry about these things because these will be like you won't see those. But what I am going to go ahead and do is take this over to my serger, and all of this like outside edge of this, I'm just going to go ahead and finish. My serger is already kind of threaded and there you go. It is already threaded for a 4 thread, and it is in rainbow. So this will all be done in rainbow. Okay. And we also have the knee lift here. So just a little bit more. We got a little bit off, and it did not fully. The loops did not fully engage on my piece here. Say, ooh. Let's see. Why aren't you engaging? All right. So we got this all done. And so sometimes what happens is, especially as you're going around curves, so while here, like it's giving me the stitch quality that I want, up here, it's falling off the edge a bit. But because of the way this fabric is shaped, I'm really not worried about it fraying. So we're gonna let it go. But I probably just have to play with my tension, especially going around the curves. Sometimes that does happen. Do you recommend that we use serger thread on a regular sewing machine? I do not recommend that you use serger thread on a regular sewing machine because serger thread is a thinner thread, so it's not as thick. Because usually when you're using a serger thread, you're using multiple threads. So especially like for construction, this is a thinner thread. So like with tension and stuff like that, it's not going to be as durable as a regular sewing machine thread. So I would suggest that you use regular sewing machine thread for regular like lock stitch sewing, and serger thread can be used. I mean, it's not going to fall apart as soon as you wear it, but it's not going to have the same wear quality as you would if you were using, like when we are serging cone threads, there's usually 2 or 3 at least, if not 4 or 5. So even when you are getting to construction seams, there are multiple layers of structure there. And the way that it's knitted is not just that 1 or 2 threads that are holding up everything together. So I would suggest that you use serger thread and sergers. But thank you for the question. That's a good one. All right. So before we actually get this all together, because once the spacing goes in, basically this is going to be done. So what I'm about to also go ahead and do is we're going to finish up the edge, like the bottom edge of this, just so that when I get everything together and done, like I'm good. So move you this way, move this back over this way. There you go. I'm just gonna do this all at once. And this is just for that finishing nature of for the inside of the garment. Okay. Just so that y'all can see what's happening here. I'll bring y'all up a bit. So y'all can be above my arm as I'm using my arm. And if you haven't noticed, right now, basically all of my machines have been switched over to all Burnett machines. I find that for me, you do get a good bang for your buck with Burnett, and I feel that most of the people who have watched me over the years and stuff like that, especially and are thinking about getting into sewing or maybe looking to upgrade machines, these are more accessible to start with. And I wanted to make sure people know that at the end of the day, you are you're the creative, you're the magic of the sewing, not your machine. And to make great things, you don't need to have the most expensive machine. Use what you got to get what you want. So I like to make sure that I'm using more cost-effective machines nowadays. That was just a decision that I made, but have greatly valued and appreciated. I really do enjoy working with Burnett's. And hopefully we'll be doing more stuff with them coming soon. Because, just overall, I think that as a machine, it is a machine that people can eat with access more with ease. It is more obtainable to start with. And especially for a younger demographic, for kids, for those, even those who have been sewing for years and just kind of the idea of spending $5,000 to $7,000 ain't there, but this is a good place. Hey, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are currently streaming on both Twitch and on YouTube. So comments that I'm answering have been in both places. So just FYI. So, and I keep on wanting to look at my computer because my computer is literally right here. And I forgot that my camera is right here. Y'all pray. Y'all just pray for me. Actually, can I overlay this? What does that look like for y'all? Oh, is that just for me? Okay, that's fine. That works. Cool. So, oh, that's interesting. And of course, I use Restream, so I'm always learning new things on the different platforms that we're using. So bear with me. But now, what I'm about to do is literally, it's funny because literally all I had to do to get this done today was sew on all I have to do is sew on the facing. And sew on the facing and then finish the waistband, waistband and neckband. And this will be done today. And I've literally been procrastinating this project for Lord knows how long. Too long, honestly. Too long. So we are going to go back here. We're going to continue to use 587 seam allowance and my stretchier, my lazy zigzag. So it's a barely zigzag stitch. But hold on. So while we do that, I want to make sure that everything is lining up because what's going to end up happening here is that this is how like the neck edge and stuff is lining up. And there are some dots that I'm using to match up my shoulder seam line or the seam line of the facing. With me. Oh, there we go. Now I can see the full chat. And that would be helpful. Oh no, I went down too far. There we go. Yeah. Are other people sewing tonight? You sew? What are you working on? What's crazy is that I can hear my dog upstairs and she's having a ball, I tell you. Make sure my regular machine is charging. Okay. Okay, come on, working on some praise dance garments. It's been a long time. I said that I was probably coming up here soon. I will start working on some new altar linens for my church again. I haven't made those in a while. And normally I use some type of quilting technique. So I got to start thinking about what I want to do to make that. Because I started we have a purple set and a rainbow set, but I really want to start making some other sets for the church. Probably doing some type of maybe embroidery or something on them. I don't know. So I gotta figure that out. What's funny is that I already have the pants cut out for this. Them pants might have to wait because I think I'm overseeing this fabric right now. So and that's real. The church's logo. So that is an idea. Like we not too long have done some changes to our church's logo. Hey, wait a minute. Lord Jesus, wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. Ain't this about nothing? So I don't know when it did it, but like at the beginning, it did not, it did, this is weird. So something happened. It decided it won't stitch until later on in the stitch. So we're gonna fix it. And just start again. But it was at where I started at. It didn't stitch. And then it started stitching. And it finished. Luckily it's less than probably about 7 inches or so. But why didn't you stitch? Okay. Yeah. Have y'all listened to there is a new after the Tiny Desk with what's her name? What am I thinking of? Tidra Moses. She did another like she did a not so long did an interview and discussed how like she owned all of her her publishing and stuff like that for her songs. Child, she was smart. So though, like, you know, we have not really seen her. When I tell you she been good, she been good. And I love to hear stuff like that. Like, you know, people still doing well and living well. Oh, it's me. You gotta feel me. Just wanna be your girl. So now what I'm doing is I'm just lining up the bottom edge of the facing where all of this will connect anyway. Before we turn this all in. And then we will do some pressing magic to get this all pressed right. And then we will close this up. And we will call this done and dusted to take these pictures. Shoot, try to think. Can I just kind of have my outfit picked out for church tomorrow, but it might have to change to this. Look, and I was trying to see if I'm gonna dopamine dress tomorrow. I ain't sharing that outfit because it's just a cardigan and a t-shirt, but it's a black owned, but it is Target, but it's before I stopped shopping at Target because I decided to go to Target before they decided to lose their mind and And when I tell you, maybe that's also why I'm just in bad mood lately, because Target was my space. I'm one of those people who could just go to a store just to decompress. Like shopping and like shopping spaces have always been a relaxing space for me. And when those spaces are gone, we struggle. We struggle, y'all. But one of the things I did do, if you have never done this, go to Ross. Ross Dress for Less. There's a craft section usually in your Ross Dress for Less. They have these Fiskars. These are the Fiskars like amplified scissors, specifically for fabric. I got 3 or 4 pairs of these. These were $4.99. These are normally like $30 in Joann's. So if you got a Ross, go check out your Ross. Like buy your craft section. You'd be surprised what you find. So yeah, I have a whole bunch of like new, just random like shears and stuff like that for sewing. But I'm afraid I don't. Especially for my hands, I like that there's like no like loops I gotta put my hands through. Ever since the first moment I spoke your name, calling on I can easily lock it. Using you, I know that you're real. So is everybody planning to watch the game tomorrow, or y'all sewing? Because I'm sewing. At least that's my plan. Going straight. All right, so we have all of our facings in, like all the facings connected where they need to be connected. So now that I can focus on doing all my pressing, I need to press. So yeah, I do actually own Kai scissors. So for those on Twitch, on the power of Goddess Troy Evil 7, had I tried Kai scissors, and I have tried Kai scissors. I own a few pairs. I do like them. They are, I think you get a good scissors for what you pay, and they last well, but these were $4.99, and I also have like the amplified Fiskars, and I like those as well. So, and when I find them cheap, I buy. All right, so so let me go ahead and I'm going to probably cut a little bit more of this. No, we're just gonna cut it here. It's fine. So I'm currently just wanting to make sure that I close off the edge where all of my teeth and stuff are for my zipper. When we're all the same. So what my plan is, I'm gonna do truly something special. Dreams are really made of. And you and me, boy. Feel like what you come to me. I'm so into you. You come to me. I'm so into you. And then for this, I'm just using a regular straight stitch in my zipper foot. And we're gonna go right along the edge of where I already sewed everything on. And we're trying to make sure all of my seams kind of line up. Where all that stuff has to line up. Okay. Back this up for a second. Bring this up like that. There you go. Now. And we're just pulling. Trying to make sure all of this, I'm able to get all of this in there. And so what I am doing right now is I'm also having to go through a lot of layers of my, like I am sewing, I'm doing this interface side down. There's also a lot of layers of my, like pocket layers, which is a little bit heavier, but is also kind of stabilizing where the pocket is alongside of the zipper. So, you know, we're taking our time and we're just kind of making sure I can get this all in there and make sure that everything is still able to line up. I wanna be down with you. It's true. You know, all right, we almost there. I wanna be down with you. It's true. I wanna be down. Yeah, when I tell you this might end up being a Monet. This might end up being one of my Monet projects. Cute for pictures, up close. Yee. But we've all had them. And sometimes done is better than perfection, you know? I'd rather just have something done. And sadly, in most parts of my life right now, it feels like getting to a place of done is sadly success. Like I don't have it in me to try to be perfect anymore in so many parts of my life, and it is hard to deal with that right now. But you know, we're going to go real slow here. Let's see what this looks like before we do the other side. Lord Jesus. Excuse me. Okay, it ain't that bad. Oh, but when I tell you this stuff is thick, that's what I tell you to press before you do all of this. But the zipper still works. That's all I care about right now. And then I will finish. This is one of them projects that, again, we just trying to get to done, and we are going to celebrate done. This will not be. I'll tell you this much. This ain't a. I would not call this my entry for any type of challenge for my dandyism challenge. So if you did not know, I'm definitely planning to do something around dandyism this year, like in celebration of the Met Gala, and the theme being tailored for you. I do have an article coming out in Love Sewing magazine, I think next month, and then I will have another article coming out before the Met Gala itself, of like my expectations or things that like I expect to see. So, and techniques and stuff like that. So, which is also like, I'm trying to get certain like these things off my plate and out of my space so I can have the brain capacity to really focus on some of those projects that require, like, just require a little bit of like that mental capacity to really plan, to think, all that good stuff. So what I should have did here was did this. How about that? All of this in the center here. So we're just trying to find the center here, so I can then kind of pin this all together. And my goal is to at least give a try on of this before we call it a night, because we are so close. And I don't even know what this is about to look like when it's done. So we are almost there. Okay. You can let me know. Can y'all hear the music? I'm curious. So please let me know. Okay, thank you. Is it like loud? Is it like a good level? It's on my TV, so I'm just curious. As I try to navigate the streaming space, just curious what it's giving. So, because if you notice, like I've been going into other people's lives on the Clock app and whatnot, but I have not like gone live and stuff over there really. I think I went live once, and I posted what I posted to other spaces and places. Because it's only on my iPad now. So it's, it's been an interesting, I think, still a loss. But going to different spaces and now learning how to go live in other spaces. Learning, it's like learning a new platform, learning a new language, learning a new lingo, all that good stuff. Takes a minute. But actually, I don't mind it over here. And the ability to go live on two platforms at one time is also great. You thought I was feeling so. That nigga a munch. Nigga, I've been thinking about like paying for Restream so I can make sure that this also like records to my so then it can like stay on my Twitch or whatnot. So that's my next investment. But I almost want to get to, I think I have to start some of the monetization process again. Make sure I go loud enough within that 30 days, because I think I passed that. So I'll probably got to start that again. But that's okay. I needed to take my time, And sometimes it's you gain more by leaving money on the table than actually taking everything, and pushing in a way that just would not have been conducive for me right now. That's real. Shoot.
Everybody else face it, live life on it, they face it,
All right. So this side was definitely a lot easier than the other.
I want to show you I really want to show you fuck like a hoe up, play me champagne the whole night. You curse this and then you called up your little bitty that.
So I'm going to turn my camera for a second.
That is already every good thing is sorry. They say nation can tell, but I could go right off.
There you go. And we're going to try this on. So give me a second here. Here. I can see the Barbie. Yeah. Give me a second here. Oh. Not just what you want.
I really hope you play. So
and then of course I still need to do some pressing and whatnot, but
me to take it don't make sense, young girl, because he fucking with you, the man. I was trying to put you on game, just wanna play you, your mama let a land. I can do it, maybe one day. You guys, you're gonna need someone. We got it all right here in the city.
All right. So now,
Poet justice. You would go neutral, it's like, but damn, you got justice. These poems and these songs. Dedicated to the fun sex. Your head, your thoughts, your big ass sundress. What you doing that walk for? When I see a thing move, I you a fight left. We can talk more. They speak communications, relations. I can tell, but I can never right my wrongs. So I write them for real. Yeah.
so of course, I still gotta put all of the collar stuff inside. Tack down the facing, but and then do the other part. But overall, we're done with this. So now I do have the pair of pants to match this cut out,
Every time I write the word,
which I then need to do.
show my punctuate curve. Everything is true. My life is a margin. And that metaphor was proof. I'm talking where justice.
I might wait a little bit longer. So this is a size, I think I got a size medium in this.
Trusted, I mean, this.
So
Love is not just the verbiage you look in the mirror.
whew.
Just the verbiage you look in
But y'all, we done got it. Like this is probably like one of the first like main things
what we have.
beyond my sew-along shirt that I've done
It's not just the verbiage I can see. I still be.
all year thus far. 2025 in my creativity have
I can
taken a hit.
either coffee or coffee.
But yeah,
You'll find gold.
we got a shirt. So yeah, I definitely want to I'll finish this up. Want to turn off you. Yep. There you go. So turn off my other camera. But I would definitely finish this offline. And then take some pictures and stuff like that. Hey Anna, how are you? So that I can post this. This is for Minerva. This is a Minerva, one of their Ponte knits. So I would definitely give all the details and stuff like that when I post about the shirt. So when y'all see it, act surprised. But I'm glad I was able to just come on here and really focus on sewing it so I can get this done. But I think I'm gonna go get some dessert because I want a dessert. So till next time, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. But yeah, we're trying to get back into sewing. Some more will probably happen tomorrow. So depending on who's live tomorrow after Sunday service, I might come in doing like student benediction or something like that over here on Twitch and YouTube. We'll see. You know, I just be popping up. But until next time, y'all. Have a good evening. Stay safe. Stay loving. Stay creative. Stay joyful. Stay joy-filled. All that good stuff. Talk to y'all later, y'all.